Good evening, everyone, and welcome. We're honored and delighted that you could join us tonight. We certainly appreciate your support. This is an evening of many firsts. Musica Serbica is the first women's choir established by Serbian community in Ottawa, but our members are not only of Serbian origin. This is the first performance of the choir. This is the first time secular music of Stevan Mokranjac is performed by a women's choir in Ottawa, and this is my first shot in announcing an event. We decided to share our first performance with the band and guest soloists. As you will see, we certainly do not lack ambition. A couple of words about the choir. The choir was founded in the summer of this year by a few very passionate and very persistent music lovers. Duca Čugalj and Sandra Vuković, who are the choir members, and Katarina Jović, our conductor, met in June, discussed the idea about the choir, and it didn't take them long to come up with a program, engage others in the community, get the music, and start with the work. The first choir practice was on September the 7th. And here we are tonight with the inaugural performance. The choir name is Musica Serbica, but there is more to the name than just a rhyme. Ramonda serbica, commonly known as Serbian phoenix flower, is a species of an ancient plant family found in Balkan region. We decided to use this flower as our choir symbol. The poster and program cover page for tonight's performance are featuring this flower. The conductor and artistic director of the choir is Katarina Jović. Katarina has been well known to Ottawa's music scene for over 10 years. She has taught piano to over hundreds of students, both privately and at the University of Ottawa. She performed on many concert stages and conducted both choirs and orchestral ensembles. This holiday season, Katarina has a very busy concert schedule. She will lead a mass choir and strings of St. John's in 2 Christmas concerts on December the 6th here at Woodruff United Church and on December 14th at St. John's Church in downtown Ottawa. The choir members are women with different backgrounds and professions. Many of them have various levels of music education. Some only know how to sing, and some have a music degree. I will take this opportunity to invite the ladies from the audience to please join the choir for future performances. Here are the requirements. You will need to be musical and have strong commitment to practices. Not much really, so please join us. In the second half of the concert, our guests will join the performance. The guests tonight are, in the band we'll have Ivan Jović on the guitar, Sasha Kego bass guitar, Ivan Dimitrijević percussion, and Julia Bracan on piano. Our amazing soloists tonight are Elizabeth Vojković and Shirley Hawking, both altos. We may also have a surprise for you. More information and biography of the band and soloists are included in the concert program. The focus of tonight's program is music of Stevan Stojanović, known as Stevan Mokranjac. He was born in 1856 and died in 1940. He adopted Mokranjac as his family name after the village of Mokranja, where his ancestors came from. This year, we're marking the centennial year of his death. Mokranjac was a Serbian composer and music educator. He studied music in Belgrade, Munich, Rome, and Leipzig. Mokranjac composed both secular and sacred music. Often called the father of Serbian music and the most important figure of Serbian musical romanticism, he is particularly known for his work in collecting folk songs from the Balkans and transforming them into fine compositions of his own. The most famous of his secular pieces are 15 Garlands, in Serbian Rukoveti. They incorporate about 90 folk songs. Tonight, you will hear one of them, the 8th Garland, Osma Rukovet. The concert title, Serbian Drops of Salt, was inspired by one of the folk songs in the 8th Garland. In addition to secular works by Mokranjac, we'll be also performing the Beatles, featuring their 15 of their greatest hits, and ABBA, highlights from Mamma Mia. Before we proceed with the program, on behalf of the choir, I would like to thank our many friends who helped make this concert possible. We got help with translations, poster and program design, various consultations, music arrangements, and many more. Particular thank you goes to our sponsors who provided much appreciated financial and moral support. The list of our supporters and sponsors is extensive. I invite you to please take time to look at those at the back of our program. I would also like to extend our special thanks to the fabulous musicians and soloists for volunteering many hours to practice and perform with us and make this experience enjoyable and fun. I certainly hope you will enjoy the performance. I will now ask Bojana to start with the program.
Good evening. And so the opening piece of tonight's concert is called A Medley of Serbian Folk Songs, or in Serbian, Srpske narodne pesme, Splet pesama. The medley consists of 4 songs, and they are: 3 sisters were speaking heart to heart. Whose maiden is that one? Where have you been today? And Borjano, oh Borjanke. This medley dates from 1884, where Mokranjac was studying in Rome and Leipzig. This medley might be one of the first attempts of the young composer Mokranjac to put a few songs together in what was later to become Garland or a bouquet, a rhapsody of songs known as Rukoveti in Serbian.
Oh,
7 of the 7 songs taken from Mokranjak's one and only musical, Ivko's Feast. The musical was written for the voice, choir, and orchestra. It was composed in 1901, based on the novel written by one of the best and most famous Serbian comic authors, Stevan Sremac. The comedy is about celebrating traditional Saints' Day feast, organized by the well-respected merchant whose name is Ivko. And it is also about the manner in which his guests test Serbian hospitality. The song you're about to hear, which is called Sleepless Nights, is performed by one of Ivko's main guests, Mita Krstić, whose nickname is the Wolf, or in Serbian, Kurjak, for his great appetite, of course. In this song, he's longing for love of a girl.
southern Serbia. The song is so popular that it is mentioned in a comic book, comic novel, Zona Zamfirova, by Serbian writer Stevan Sremac. Here is an insert from this comic novel related to this song. Serbica monologue about his son. I'm just a little bit, just would like to say that in this book, mentioned that Kakija is a hard-working father of very foolish young man, Mitancha. Mitancha is not applying himself at work, but lies company of young girls who are singing. Who bought you those slippers? They were bought for me by a foolish young lad. And this I got from the same foolish youth, Mitancha, the young foolish lad. And now I'm going to read it in Serbian with the local Tormat dialect. Ama posle mi dođe nešto u pamet za čeg neđe. Estapim i ja da je toliko pazar, a kad si broji, a ono iskača manje. Jedan dan u babo zapamti, dok sam se u stijaj u čekmeđe, 2 po 5 dinara od pazara. A kad će da zatvorim tučan, ja si nađu salijevima. A kod čekmeđe dolazimo salijeva i on, niki drugi. Neće, zborim si ja u sebe, do čekmeđe da dođeš. I potak iskačaše pazar, za niko vreme sprama Esa. Pa mi dođe nešto čudno. Ima si jedno sokče njegovo i nikoga ne pušta u sokče. Sam ga pometa smeta. O, majka to stara, i to i treba, vikam, da je neki uslug. Ja ste već zajednati da vidim što je majka stara u toj sokče. Pa jedan dan u nedelju reče mi jedan, a beše kod meni još te cursko vreme kafa. Ništa lošo za Miku. Reče, pazi se, gazda Petrahija, da te ne orezili, reče tvoj Mitka. Ču ja sam, a ubavo razbrav, reče, jučerke na noć. Kude neke belosvetske frajlice, reče, koju si pesnu za tvojega Mitanču. Koju si, oj ti kupi kondurice. Kupi Mitka, ludo mlado, neženito. Here is the song.
One of the most important newspapers in Montenegro at the time, published the following. The principal of the Serbian School of Music and the conductor of the Belgrade Choral Society, Mr. Stevan Mokranjac, visited Cetinje on Monday. He is now in our capital to prepare for the series of concerts for the 50th anniversary of the accession of the king, Nikola I Petrovic Njegoš, to the throne, and the proclamation of the Kingdom of Montenegro. His visit, along with his music, is so well received that Mokranjac offered to compose the music for the drama The Balkan Empress, written by the king himself. Mokranjac promised to conduct the premiere performance of his work here on Cetinje, followed by concerts in all the big towns of Serbia and Croatia. This is what the article said. After this visit, Mokranjac became a well-respected and sought-after composer in Montenegro. And as promised, he promptly wrote 2 songs for the king's drama, and one of them, Danica song, first performed in August of the same year in Cetinje. And you are about to hear the Ottawa premiere of this love song. called At Dawn, or in Serbian, Aranjevina, belongs to the cycle of 4 traditional songs from 1904. The words were collected by Vuk Stefanović Karadžić, a Serbian philologist and linguist who was the major reformer of the Serbian language. This folk song is traditionally sung on Palm Sunday, or Cvijeti, to commemorate the triumphal entry of Jesus Christ into Jerusalem. After this song, we will perform for you the 8th Garland, or Ost Marukovic, which is one of the 15 great choral rhapsodies that Mokranjac arranged. This is the central piece of tonight's repertoire. Mokranjac took the beautiful word rukovet from Serbian informal language to suggest the idea of a bouquet, and also the idea of wild flowers and their vivid colors and scents. He gave this name to his compositions as their rich bouquets of beautiful and fresh folk songs. So this word became a musical term for a collection or a rhapsody of folk songs that are linked together into a harmonious entity. The 8th Garland was composed in 1896. It consists of 4 songs that Mokranjac collected while visiting Pristina. The first song, called Džanu nasred selo Šarena Češma, or in English, My Dear Village, is about 3 young girls gathered around a fancy fountain. You can almost see them talking and hear the running of fresh water. The second song is called Što morava mutno teče, or in English, why is morava so sorrowful. This song is slow and sad, almost prayerful. As you listen to it, you will hear that there is a feeling of a tragic, mournful events that once took place at Morava River. The next song, Razgrana se grana Ljubovana, or in English, The Lilac Bushes Branching Out, is a much more cheerful song, telling us a story about a pretty girl, Juliana, embroidering a scarf of silk. And the last song of the Garland, which is just before the intermission, is a traditional Serbian folk song used for folk dances, and you will be able to tell this by its title, which is Skočko loda skočimo, or in English, let's swing, let's dance. And finally, I'd like to ask you to please withhold your applause until the conclusion of the final song. Enjoy. And now we're going to take a